We're back.
Cheers.
People thought we might never be back, Charlie. Why did you do that right by the microphone? With our amazing new tech setup.
Because I thought it was a good sound effect for the beach club.
Okay, fair enough.
Apparently that's Britain's favourite noise.
Is it?
Apparently.
It's certainly not cheering if you've watched the football. Welcome back, everyone. I know that we've been away for a bit and we are sorry about that. I think life got on top of both of us and the weekly podcast that we had committed to, unfortunately, was the thing that fell out the bottom.
But we continue with it. We're still going to chip away. Maybe not every week, but here we are.
Do you notice anything different about me?
Your face is being hidden by some super cool sunglasses.
Your powers of observation are astounding. Now, in week one, I think it was week one,
It was.
I may have mentioned that we were making our sunglasses and I had a sort of 3D printed pair. I can confirm that they are with us. And look.
On your face.
Don't they look amazing?
They're here.
You've got a pair.
I've got a pair here.
Did you pay for them?
Tortoiseshell. These are actually...
Did you pay for them?
I did not pay for these, no. This is my podcast wage here on my face.
You like them?
Love them. The lenses are actually very good. I thought they were a bit light, not quite, harsh enough against the sun, but they've worked really well. So
I thought you were about to trash them, but you think they're fine?
No, I think they're great.
Okay, good.
I think you've done strong.
Oh, great.
Strong job.
Thanks.
Cheers.
I haven't pulled mine yet. It's Britain's favourite sound. Let's have it.
Oh, it does sound good. Through
here.
So sunglasses here. That's exciting.
Sunglasses are here. They've been great, and they're sustainable, as all of the stuff, the new stuff we make is, and made from fishing nets pulled out of the ocean.
Wow, that's innovation, if ever I've heard it. Congratulations.
It's like we're living in the future.
We are in the future already.
Yeah. Okay. Right. What else have we been up to? What have you been up to?
I made a little video on the coast for a restaurant.
Nice.
In Wales.
Nice.
I saw a few of your hats knocking about, actually.
Did you?
Yeah.
We sell a lot of hats.
I get quite excited when I see a Reef Knots hat.
Do you know what I always find it a bit awkward when I see people wearing Reef Knots clothing in the street. I sort of want to go up to them and go, oh, but I can't. And I've had some really awkward moments on tubes with people when you sort of, in the early days when I said something and then you just thinking, actually, I'm on this tube for 9 stops now. And so is he, and it's like rush hour, and now I'm just basically stuck in your armpit, and I've run out of conversation.
Would you say that's my brand? Or?
No, I can't really remember.
How's the shirt, man?
Someone once came up and went, "Hey, look, we've got the same matching tie," and I said, "Oh well, I designed it, and anyway, we just literally the conversation after about 4 minutes just died, and I was just standing there going." And then eventually I just got off because I just couldn't deal with the tension of it all.
God.
Anyway, that's.
But you've opened a shop. I was thinking this place in Abersock would be a good place for Reef Knot shop, but you've opened one elsewhere.
We've opened in Port Isaac, the home of Doc Martin.
I don't have a great relationship with Doc Martin.
Why not?
I don't really know who he is, what he's about. All I know is he's
a character on TV.
Is he even a doctor?
He's a character on TV.
Yeah, but
it's a TV show. It's Martin Clunes plays Doc Martin.
Okay, I know who Martin Clunes is.
Yeah. So
what does he do? He's a doctor.
He's a doctor in Port Isaac.
Is that it?
Well, it's quite a successful television show.
I
mean, it's like anything. It's all in the storytelling. I think he's a doctor. I don't know it either. Let's not dig into that. I would say one new thing about this podcast is that we have sorted our tech setup. We've worked out after all this time why people wear headphones when they do a podcast. I never knew why.
I still don't. Why are we wearing headphones?
So we can hear our voices and then we can realise if the sound's awful, which is why the sound has been awful in most of our podcasts.
Until this one.
Yeah, and we've also decided to shoot this in one shot so that we don't really have to do any editing. But it does mean that we have to do this in one take, and it's largely uncut.
And it's going well so far?
So far, so good. This
introduction's been done in one take. Should we get into the belly of the beast?
Let's do it. I know what you've missed, Charlie.
What have I missed, Patrick?
You've missed our favourite part of the podcast, which is Patrick's Peculiar Pub Questions.
Patrick's Peculiar Pub Questions.
You've got a drink in hand. We're ready to go.
Okay. I feel like I'm in the pub already.
Yeah?
So go on then. What's the general theme, or is there no general theme this week?
I don't think there's really a general theme in the questions this week. None of them involve having a fight with an animal.
Perfect.
Or anything to do with Mike Tyson.
Great. I was bored of Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
And you sent me that photo of him when he was 10, and I don't think we could have beat him.
I don't think that question ever made the podcast.
Did it not?
We had asked the question in the podcast before, which was, what age would you take Mike Tyson on, for like his age, and you would be confident enough that you could beat him? And we thought it might be like 11. But then we saw a picture of Mike Tyson when he was 13, and he looked absolutely terrifying. And apparently, I looked it up, and apparently he was just knocking out fully grown men regularly at the age of 13. So
in the boxing ring, I hope, Patrick.
yeah, it doesn't matter where. He's definitely going to knock me out. So
Okay, well, let's stay clear of Mike Tyson this week then.
yeah, we're staying clear. Now, how about this for a question? Would you rather know that you lived in virtual reality and everything would turn out great, or would you rather know that everything was real and chance it?
So, do I basically want to live in a sci-fi novel, or do I want to live in real life?
Yeah, it's basically how important is the idea that there's that you're living in a base reality relative to a virtual reality. I mean, the experience of your life. How much would you lose knowing one thing but gain, with the fact that everything's going to go great?
That's quite a tricky concept to grasp so early on, and I'd have to go for. I'm all about real life connections, Patrick, and a bit of risk. So if everything was going to be all right, I think I'd lose interest. Yeah. Unless we are already in virtual reality. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
No, we've discussed this a lot, but I'm not getting into it now. But it's.
What about you?
So you're saying you'd just chance it?
Oh, yeah, real life and chance risk.
Just chance risk.
Live hard, die young. You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there's comfort in knowing that everything's going to be all right. I don't know if there is comfort in that. I suppose as a sort of as a parent that or something that's quite nice to know, but also you also know that's not real.
When you say everything's going to be all right, you mean you're just going to be in a continuous
there's going to be
stimulation.
There's going to be no major like disasters.
But when you die, you just go back into simulation and go again, like VR, or is it?
I haven't thought about it that deeply.
Well, you got to start thinking about these questions pretty thoroughly.
Okay. I think I would.
Otherwise, your life has no meaning. You're basically in the blockchain. You're basically an Ethereum coin. Just going round and round and round the digital world.
Yeah. Well, at the current rate, you might be getting back into the Ethereum at this rate because it's coming back down again.
Buy the dip, baby. Buy the dip.
Don't buy the dip. Right. Okay. Here's another question. I suppose this could be considered a fashion question.
Oh, great.
Yeah. Would you rather be covered in fur or covered in scales?
Fur. You joking?
Oh, wow, that was just like, obviously fur.
I got a bit of a man crush on Wolverine as it is,
I'm not saying would you rather be hairy. I'm like, would you rather be like a cat?
Oh, still yeah. Over a lizard man, yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean, you'd be furry.
I think it'd suit being a bit lizardy.
Huh?
I think it'd suit being a bit lizardy.
Lizardy?
Yeah.
Oh, what makes you say that?
I don't know. I think you're more of a lizard than a cat.
Well, they do say you're either a toad or a mouse. Everyone you look at is either a toad or a mouse. You can work it out.
Who says that?
Everyone.
Who?
People.
What do they mean by that?
You can work out, everyone is either a toad or a mouse.
What do you mean?
Well, if you look at me,
what's a toad? What do
you look like a mouse.
What do you mean? I look like a mouse?
Yeah. More than a toad.
Yeah.
And people, you can just look at people's faces.
I'd say you look like a mouse. You're mousy.
Yeah, well, there you go. Happy mouse.
Okay, cool. Okay, let's chuck some people out there. Mike Tyson. He's a toad.
Toad.
Yeah. What about
Gordon
Boris
Ramsay.
Johnson's a toad?
Yeah.
Gordon Ramsay's a toad.
Yeah.
I would say
Bradley
that
Cooper.
David Beckham's a mouse.
Yeah. Victoria Beckham. She's a mouse.
She's a mouse, yeah. I'm trying to think of some famous people.
Wayne Rooney.
Wayne Rooney's a toad. This is quite good. I like this.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
There's toads and mice.
Yeah. We'll take some offline about people we know, and we'll decide them.
Should we ask the followers?
What?
Toad or mice?
Okay, if we had to think of an ultimate mouse or an ultimate toad,
Oh, it's got to be that guy from The Quiet Place.
what's that? What's The Quiet Place?
It's a film with Emily Blunt. Emily Blunt's husband. He does. It's going to ruin our uncut. Don't let me go down this rabbit hole.
Okay,
Forget it.
let's
Move
kill it.
on.
Let's kill it. Let's kill it. We'll do another question.
Yeah.
I can't even remember. Oh, that was the fur and the
John
scales.
Wozniacki
So
or
you
something.
said fur. I probably think I'll take scales. It's less of a jump. Anyway, next.
Skin-coloured scales or green scales?
Green scales, I think. You'll be a merman.
I'd still take fur.
Okay.
Sweaty wouldn't it? Fucking hell.
Would you rather be in jail for a year or lose a year of your life?
Why did I go to jail?
Basically, it's a bad year.
Or no year.
Is a bad year worse than no year?
Well, why did I go to prison?
It doesn't matter.
It does.
Well, no. The question is, you're in prison, not why did you go to prison.
Do I do the prison on is it my last year? So like I would
You're
either
getting
die,
out after the year. Yeah, that's the point. It's a year.
but then I have another year at the end of my life.
No. Would you rather, like, have a year removed from the end of your life,
Yeah.
or do one of your years in prison? So basically, is it better to live a bad year than no year?
Yeah.
You go to prison for the
I'd
year.
go to prison for a year, as long as I wasn't convicted of anything too badly, and
Yeah.
as long as it didn't affect me afterwards. It was more like a fake year, because you could just do loads of press ups in prison.
I knew you were going to say that. I'm not sure how well you do in prison, Charlie.
Me?
I think they might like you.
No, I don't think prison would be my kind of playground.
I don't think prison. I don't know if prison's.
Luckily, I don't break the law.
Yeah, that is
So,
lucky.
that's
I think
fantastic.
I go to prison. I asked Bex in the office today, and she was like, "Oh, I'd definitely lose a year." And I was like, but that's not saying you can't meet nice people in prison and have, you might meet some amazing people.
Wow, how very thoughtful of you.
I mean, you might just live in a ball in the corner of the room, just terrified for a year, and that probably wouldn't be worth it. But okay, so we'd both go to prison.
How many are there today?
Well,
Just
we
out
don't
of
have to do
interest.
that many more. Should we do what?
One more, two more.
Let's do
One more,
and
and
then
if it's
we'll
really
see.
good,
Yeah.
we'll do another one.
Okay. This is a good one. Would you rather that every time you kissed someone, you burped, or every time you sneezed, your clothes disappeared?
I would definitely sneeze and my clothes disappeared.
Really?
One, because then I would become a famous stripper.
Wait, what?
Can you imagine?
But imagine the moments that it could happen.
Yeah, but that's fine.
Why?
There's no situation I'd be
Do you
in.
think you can explain that to people? Oh, by the way, guys, every time I sneeze, my clothes disappear. So this is just, if I suddenly naked, then that's just the way it is.
People are okay with me suddenly being naked.
Okay.
It's just my grandmother used to call me the naked Adonis because when I was a kid, I just didn't wear clothes. I just feel comfortable.
Okay.
And I've actually got a secret that I was thinking about telling our Beach Club listeners, which even my friends don't know. So it'd be quite a good touch that Beach Club listeners know something about me that my friends don't.
Okay.
But I don't know if I want to tell you.
Okay. It sounds like you're a naturist, but maybe why do you have a think about it? And you can let us know if you're going to drop that bomb on us.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll think about it.
And no, I'm not going to a nudist beach with you. Do we want one more?
Yeah, one more.
Okay, one more. Then we'll wrap this section up.
Wait, you didn't give me an answer. Clothes and sneeze?
Oh. Yeah, I mean,
Kissing and burping.
maybe my family would just have to get used to the fact that I burped a lot.
Well, you
Well, I
burp
guess
all
some
over
good
your
night there.
phone. Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah, okay. Would you rather have all dogs try to attack you when they see you, or all birds try to attack you when they see you? So basically, when you go outside,
You're targeted by dogs or
you're
birds.
targeted by dogs or birds. I mean, and birds you can't see coming.
Birds would be pretty scary because they
come out of nowhere.
They come out of nowhere. Peregrine falcon. Do you know what they're
Yeah,
about?
they come in hot as well.
They come in so hot that they don't grab their prey. They knuckle up and punch their prey to death in the back of the head.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't go to areas where they were prevalent.
They'd come to your areas, mate.
Oh, mate, they come and seek you out.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'd go dogs because most dogs are pretty like on leashes, aren't they?
Yeah.
Plus,
I
then
did
if you
think
go
about
past
that.
someone and they attacked you, bite your leg, sue,
Yeah. Okay.
money.
Yeah, dogs. I mean, dogs are potentially way more savage. You're more likely to get killed. By
Also,
a
in
dog.
a house, a dog would be better.
Um,
So you actually ended this on fighting animals after all that?
no, we're not fighting them. We're protecting ourselves from them.
Oh, right.
We're not going
We're
out to
avoiding
harm
them.
them. They're harming us. The tables have turned.
Yeah, I'd still wouldn't want birds hunting me down. I'd lose an eye before you know it.
Okay.
Dogs.
Okay. So
I'll just basically say you're allergic to dogs, and then no one...
yeah, but they can still see you and they'll still go for you.
Yeah, try.
Okay. Right. That's it. End of the pub questions. I thought it was a good one.
I think I really enjoyed that.
Nice.
It's time for
We'll get more
Guinness
next
in a
week
minute.
if we do a podcast next week.
Or next month.
We're not putting pressure on ourselves.
No,
Good.
it's all about the enjoyment.
Have you got any fitness tips? I'm in dire need.
What's happened?
I've completely fallen off the wagon in terms of fitness. I was doing such great work earlier in the year, and then the moment things got busy, and I had to go to Cornwall, and I had to, all the house move and everything. It's just again a bit like this podcast, just fell off the radar, and now I'm like one of those. Oh, I don't want to go for a run because it's gonna be so hard to get back into it, and it's just one of those. Yeah, I know that I've got to get back into it, and also that's really hot. They're just like, oh, I don't want to go run in the hot. It's a nightmare.
I kind of see and feel your pain, Patrick.
Yeah.
What is it? You're just not finding time for it, or it's just now you've gone into bad habits?
I would say I'm not finding time for it, and now I'm getting into bad habits.
Are you not feeling motivated at all?
The Euros hasn't helped because that
In what
has
way?
involved me just buying beer and watching football.
It's
in the
crazy
evening.
how much beer it makes you buy the football, isn't it?
It's nuts.
Last night, I genuinely was like, I'll just watch the football with the boys.
Yeah.
Next thing you know,
Yeah.
36 cans of Stella turn up to the front door. Refrigerated from Gorilla's app. Pfft, first time I used it, it was brilliant.
Is it?
Yeah, Gorilla's app to the door.
This isn't really helping my motivation to get
No,
back
sorry.
in the gym.
We're talking about beer. So you've got a bit of a lack of motivation, which is, funnily enough, I was told to prep something on motivation.
Well, that's because
today.
because I told you I've run out of motivation.
So, Patrick, what we've got to understand here is the two types of motivation. Motivation, obviously, is what gets you to work. So there's internal and there's external motivation.
Yeah.
I found out after my research.
Yeah.
External motivation is stuff that you get from the outside world.
Yeah.
So, for example, you could be motivated to go to get really fit because you want a fit girlfriend, or you want some likes on Instagram with a rig shot. Does that sound like your kind of things?
It sounds just like me.
Or, you want to prove someone wrong,
Yeah.
An old school friend who's now got really ripped and you want to be more ripped than him. Back
Okay.
in your rowing days,
Okay.
And then you have the internal motivators, which are actually far more important. They're much more connected to your thoughts and your emotions, and you actually get a sense of fulfillment, and your work basically brings you this kind of euphoric feeling, Patrick.
Okay.
So when you're busting out that last burpee, instead of thinking, oh, the pain's worth it because I'll get a hot girlfriend, it's, oh, that pain is mine. I'm owning that pain, and
Okay.
it's making me feel good.
Right.
So what we've got to work out for you is, are you more internally or externally motivated? Because if it's all external, buddy, we've got to start thinking deeper reasons why you're getting fit. Why is this?
Well, I
fitness
think my
journey-
motivations are just to be healthier as I get older,
Well then,
and to not turn into a bag of sand.
how's your diet apart from the beer?
I think my diet is fine, but again, it's easy to go off the rails. You may have noticed I ate a crunchy when you were here earlier.
And you had an ice cream, didn't you?
No, it's not ice cream. Who is not? No one
Well-
has ice cream at the office.
I thought you did.
Oh, an ice cream. No, I think
Was
I was
it
eating a
little
wrap.
Vinetta box thing.
That was a wrap.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay, still bad for you.
Yeah, they are actually wraps.
You know-
I didn't realise that wraps were like the worst bread for you.
Full of oil.
Because they're full of oil, because they can wrap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you tell me that, or did I tell you that?
I don't know. No,
Wow.
I don't think anyone... I think we learnt it independently.
Wow.
Yeah, maybe we watched the same TV programme.
Maybe. So where were we? We're now talking about food. This is...
What's
This is
motivating me?
As a 40-year-old man, how old are you?
43.
43-year-old man,
Yeah.
you know, slipping closer and closer to 50.
Sliding down
Sliding
the
down
slope
the chart of
towards
life.
inevitability.
And the fitness is staring at you. I mean,
Yeah.
what is it really motivate? Your children, they must motivate you slightly.
I mean, it's being healthy staying healthy as you get older, and just I don't like the idea of just. I think there's a lot of people at my age that there's a very wide age gap that you can look like.
Yeah.
As in, some people just I know they look like really old men.
Yeah.
I was in the pub the other day with some friends of mine, and I went to the loo and I came back and I looked at the table and it was just like, and I did sort of forgot that it was our table, and I just saw a table of old men, and I was just like, oh great, that's all my friends, and we've all changed so much. You'll experience this.
So, of your oldest looking friends, is that because they just don't look after themselves, or
some people don't look after themselves.
always have been the same, or
Yeah, I mean, some people just live hard, don't they?
yeah, they do.
And it catches up with you over time. But it's I think my motivation is staying healthy, and just not looking awful.
Well, to be honest, a good diet 80% of the time, a run 2 or 3 times a week, and then just some just general gymming.
Yeah.
And
I'm probably never going to go to a gym again.
to be honest, the hardest part of that is clean diet 80% of the time, 100%.
Well, it's all about diet.
You're never going to the gym again. You're going to make one in your house though. So.
I can't imagine. Yeah, but
I'll be there.
My iron paradise will be like 2 dumbbells sitting on a mat
With a palm tree.
with a palm tree. Yeah.
And a Guinness for after.
Yeah, exactly.
A very good post-workout drink, Guinness.
Is it?
Yeah.
They still haven't.
Red
they
blood
still
cells it rebuilds.
haven't actually sent us anything, have they?
Oh no, they've been in touch.
Have they?
Yeah, I get quite a lot per episode now.
Do you?
Yeah, I get.
Is that where these come
cases.
from?
Yeah.
Oh.
So thanks, Guinness.
Thanks, Guinness.
You loyal sponsor, you.
Our made-up sponsor. Good.
So, are you feeling more motivated, or do I need to set you an incremental?
Oh no, you've just sorted it just there.
Also, not going for runs in the hot weather.
Yeah, I don't.
That's
like
the
running
only
hot.
time I like running. Shirt off.
No.
Yes.
You're one of them.
Only if I'm feeling extra sort of spiky.
No, you can't run without shirt.
Only at home in the shirt,
And
not in London.
I would also say it's almost worse when you look like you do running with the shirt off, because people just go, "Oh, look at him, thinks he's all that with his shirt
but then I'm
off."
gone. They're like, "Oh, was that a bloke or was that?"
Do you not think what other people think? I look at people that run without their shirts on with. I just think, I actually, it's changing my view of you.
I don't do it in London yet.
No, I don't. Never.
I've done it around the fields at home.
Yeah,
but
that's okay because you're in the fields.
Yeah.
You're not looking for attention, but running through a busy park.
wouldn't be for attention. It'd be to get an even tan if it was sunny. One thing about going to a northern university I learned is the importance of tanning. I'm not afraid to admit it.
I went to the same northern university as you, and I didn't learn that.
Perhaps it's different generations.
Maybe I think it is.
Is the ship pulling into port?
I feel that maybe we should draw this to a close.
Okay.
I
feel we owe our listeners something, though. I feel like we should give them something to be excited about for future episodes, or...
Would you want to do sing a song, or?
Maybe not me, no, but... so it's a little something to hook them back in.
What could we say?
There's something really exciting coming soon to the Beach Club.
Yeah, there is.
So, stay tuned.
That's it. Now I've actually got to come up with something.
We will come up with something. We don't know what it is.
Okay.
But you'll enjoy it.
Good. Right, well, anyway, thanks guys for listening. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
We're not allowed to chink because of COVID, but we will see you probably next week. Probably?
Definitely.
Definitely. Okay.
Something really exciting's happening.
All right. Cheers, guys. Thanks.